Each of us has a limited amount of time on this planet to reach our full potential and turn our dreams into reality. That time goes fast, and once it's gone, it's gone. No one understands this better than the Sigma male, who spends a great deal of time giving thought to this concept and what he truly values. This helps him to fully realize what it is he wants from life and how he wants to live, and is practiced in spending his time and energy on the things that matter to him. So let's take a look at 7 of the ways that a Sigma male brings value to his own life. Number 7. By finding happiness in solitude. The Sigma male is happy enough to be around other people and to socialize now and then, or if he needs to achieve something that he's working towards. But to be quite honest, he doesn't find too much value in a lot of social interaction. Instead, value for him requires sufficient time alone, especially if he's had a busy day at work. His favorite thing to do after a long day is to go home and close the door on the world and to be left alone while he recharges his batteries and re-energizes. Being known as an introverted version of the alpha male with introspection by the bucketful, he thrives far more in isolation than he does in company. When he has time alone to reflect on the things that have happened during his day, on his actions, his successes, and his mistakes, he becomes a better, more improved version of himself, and he wants to keep that ball rolling. Number 6. By working on himself. Of course, valuing his own company means he also brings value to his life by having the time to work on himself and his own personal growth. He makes the most of his time alone by working on his well-being or by working on projects, skills, or ideas that will help him to develop or to improve his quality of life. The Sigma male cares about his health, and while therefore you will very likely find him working out to stay in shape and find his fridge full of healthy, nutritious food, you're equally as likely to find him spending time in nature, meditating, or practicing mindfulness. For the Sigma male, working on himself means emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually, as well as physically. While some people may find the Sigma's prioritization of working on himself so often as selfish and self-absorbed, it's really neither here nor there, as a true Sigma male really couldn't care less about the judgment of others and won't put aside or downplay his own wants, needs, and priorities. Number 5. By being self-reliant. What value is there in relying on others for survival unnecessarily? None at all, according to the Sigma male. He is the most self-sufficient of all the male archetypes and is a strong, natural survivor. As a lone wolf adapted to taking care of himself, his guiding force is his independence and ability to be completely self-sufficient, and he holds that in great esteem. He earns his own money, puts food on his own table, and pays his own bills, but he also provides himself with all of the company, support, and value he needs in life. If he needs or if he wants something, he takes the necessary steps to ensure that's what he gets. He will always find a way to acquire it on his own. That doesn't mean the Sigma male is afraid of or above seeking help when it's really needed, but he is extremely competent in identifying his own problems and resolving them himself. He avoids relying on anybody else because he truly believes the only person anyone can rely on 100% is themselves. Other humans can let you down or make mistakes, even unintentionally. But if you have no expectations or requirements from anyone else except yourself, then that can help avoid problems later on. He wants to be in charge of his own destiny and to live in a way that's true to himself, and in his eyes, that can't be achieved by depending on anyone for anything. Number 4. By being self-aware. One of the ways that the Sigma male brings great value to his life is by simply being fully aware of exactly what it is he wants from it. He's given this topic plenty of thought and consciously decided to dismiss the roles that are expected of him by the typical social hierarchy in order to stay true to who he is and what he seeks. This greater sense of self-awareness brings with it the increased ability to manage his own emotions, especially as he's not bound by the pressures of meeting those social expectations. His introspective personality means he knows himself well enough to be sure of his strengths and is actively working on the weaknesses he thinks matters. This is why you'll be more likely to find him alone in his head, analyzing what he can do to improve his perceived shortcomings, instead of surrounding himself with other people or making an extra effort to be social. Despite his introspective quality, that doesn't mean he doesn't mess up from time to time. He is still human after all. But the Sigma male takes messing up in his stride as he sees it as a lesson and therefore an opportunity for growth, meaning he is able to fix any lapses in judgment and continue on his journey of self-development undeterred. Number 3. By being the master of his own destiny. The Sigma finds value in having the power to transform his reality into what he wants it to be, and therefore he will stop at nothing to get what he wants. This is partly because he doesn't conform to the social hierarchy and its expectations, and as such he tries to construct the type of lifestyle that suits his personality. His flagrant disregard for the rigid structures of the social hierarchy means that he can pursue his interests, his creativity, his work, and his relationships uninhibited, and this is when his rebellious streak shines through. And he does so by creating his own personal systems that are more conducive to his own needs and goals and complementary to his skills. The Sigma is extremely ambitious, and despite his quieter nature, he is a fiercely confident individual and holds very strong morals and convictions which never falter, even when nobody is paying attention. This is one of the reasons why you'll usually find Sigma males in more senior roles, such as executive and managerial level positions, along with his personality trait of being an independent self-starter. You'll find that a higher percentage of entrepreneurs, innovators, and business owners are Sigma personalities. They would always choose to build something for themselves instead of working for someone else. And they do this by employing their dominant traits, such as through asserting themselves and pushing through when faced with obstacles. His highly introspective nature also means he is a master of breaking down processes into steps that can be put into action and can smell inefficiency a mile off, so he gets on top of the problem before it transforms into something less manageable. Number 2. By picking his battles. The Sigma male does not like to get caught up in drama, and in fact he always tries to avoid conflict as he hates confrontation. He doesn't have time for negative energy. He'd much rather use that time for something more productive. With that being said, however, one way that the Sigma male brings value to his life is by knowing when to choose his battles. Even with his intense dislike of conflict and confrontational situations, he knows that sometimes it's necessary to engage for the greater good. He's aware that on the odd occasion it is in fact necessary to find a quicker path to resolution, that it is a means to an end, but he will still approach combat in a true Sigma style. He will respond rationally to the situation and put across his feelings and opinions sensitively and with great clarity, with a view to diffuse the negativity or tense atmosphere as quickly as possible. There's no value in bringing drama to life when our time on this earth is so short, and the Sigma male believes one of the greatest values lies in minimal conflict and a positive outlook without sweating the small stuff. We're almost at number 1 on our list of ways that Sigma males bring value to their life. But before we get there, we want to say thank you for supporting our channel, and don't forget to drop us a like if you're enjoying the video, so we can keep making the kind of content you want to see more of. Now at number 1. Sigma males bring value to their life by living life to the maximum. Due to his independence, self-resilience, and reluctance to answer to authority, the Sigma male brings value to his life by enjoying it to the fullest and flirting with a bit of danger when the mood strikes him. Not to say that he's some sort of criminal or troublemaker per se, but he likes to take risks and is happy to step close to the line. Unlike other types of male, such as the alpha, the Sigma doesn't partake in this risky behavior in order to prove himself, to show off, or to get attention, but because his personal worldview and personality practically demands it of him. He will think nothing of grabbing his backpack, traveling to other places alone to explore and fully experience all that life has to offer. Whether that be skydiving in Australia, swimming with sharks in Mexico, or riding down Route 66 on a motorcycle. The risky things he does may seem reckless or unsafe at times, but they are always well-calculated risks that he's given a lot of thought to. The Sigma male will find so much value in truly living his life, even if that means taking careful risks sometimes. Maybe he has a point. After all, how much value is there in a life that you aren't truly living? That's it for our top 7 ways that the Sigma male brings value to his life. We'd love to hear your opinions and suggestions, so don't forget to leave us a comment below if you think there's anything we've missed, or if you can relate to the points in today's video. If you want to be notified about our latest uploads, make sure you click subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.